I know you too. Hi, Janice.
Hi,
Hi, Gilbert, Megan,
Annie.
Haley.
Hello.
Hello. Is he gonna let us know when we're gonna go live?
We're just admitting a couple more people and then we're gonna go on.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had a couple different links for this meeting and they might have been in the wrong one.
Yeah. I know I have a couple of people asking me about.
All right. I don't know what's going on. Should we just begin, Annie? What do you think?
Jason, do you want to message in here to let us know if Amber just
it
messaged.
is live. I got a
Jason,
message. Perfect.
Okay. All right, let's start then. Hi everyone. So welcome. This is our stress relief workshop and we'll be focusing on stress and wellness today. So I'm your presenter, Anna Marie, along with my partner Samantha here. So I'm currently an SSW student, social service worker student, studying at Durham College. I'm in my second year, and I'm currently completing my placement with Durham Alliance Outreach. And my partner Sam there can go ahead and introduce herself as well.
Thank you, Annie. Hi, everybody. My name is Samantha. I'm also a second year placement student with Durham College with the social service worker program. And I'm super excited to be here today with you all. So I'm going to let Annie take it away.
Okay. So first off, before we start, I'm just going to get into a little bit of group norms. And I just want to ask everyone that whatever we discuss here remains confidential. And also feel free to put your cameras on. And if you guys want to speak or you have anything to contribute to while we're going through the slides, you can just use a little raise hand emoji right there if you guys see down at the bottom. And if we don't get to that in time, you can also leave a little comment in the chat area. Okay. So does anyone want to add any group norms that you feel we should adhere to while we're in this group right now? No?
Respect.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Respect for everyone's opinions that they're going to share today. Be respectful. Amber said that as well. Very good. And also, I want to have everyone also be mindful of whatever we discuss here today. And I just want everyone to feel comfortable and welcome and know that you can share and whatever we discuss, it's fine. Everyone just be open, just be honest, and no judgment here. Okay? So before we begin, we're going to go into a little icebreaker so you guys can share a little bit about yourselves. And Sam's going to go ahead and take away that slide.
All right. So the icebreaker, if you guys look into your packages that you guys received, if you did receive a package, everybody else who's live watching in, if you didn't receive one, don't worry, just follow along. So you're going to see a sticky note with a color on it. So if you go take a look at your packages, pull out your sticky note. And if you feel comfortable with the color and the corresponding question you guys see on the screen, we're going to go down the list and we're going to see what your answers are. If you're comfortable, we're hoping that everybody will want to join. So if you're shy, though, you can put it in the comment section as well. And as we go through your icebreakers, I'm also going to be submitting everybody's name into a raffle that we're going to be doing a little bit closer to the end. So does anybody have a volunteer? Anybody want to start?
Before we get into that, I just Sam, can you explain that real quick again, because I've seen 2 more members just joined, so they might not know what's happening.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so everybody who has signed up for the workshop, if you received a package with your kit, you're gonna get a little sticky note with a color on it, just like I have here, and the corresponding color that's on your sticky note, you'll have to answer the question that's on the screen here if you're comfortable with that question. If you want to share, you can share by raising your hand or comment in the comment in the section. And we're going to be just taking everybody's answers. So do we have anybody who wants to go first?
Yep, I see Julia just raised her hand, so you can go ahead, Julia.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Julia. My sticky note has a red dot. So what am I really good at? I'm really good at, I honestly am a good cook. I like to say I'm a good cook.
Yes, you are. Actually good at baking too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
So,
Thanks
yeah,
so
I
much,
like cooking.
Julia.
Can anyone share theirs?
Oh, I see a hand for Haley.
Oh, Haley and
I have the purple dot. So my favorite movie would probably be Stuck in Love with Lily Collins. I like that one.
Oh, I don't think I've watched that one.
It's a good one.
Is it?
What
I'm
kind
gonna
of
have to check it out.
Is it a comedy? Is it a romance? Like romance?
It's like a romantic comedy. It's like her and
Ooh.
her dad are an author, and then yeah, I don't know. I won't give it away.
Even better.
Thanks for sharing, Haley.
We have Shakila that raised her hand, and then after her, Gabriella can go next. Go ahead, Shaq. Shaq, can you hear us? Can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let's start
That's
over.
okay.
Hey, I'm Shaq. I got the purple dot today. What is your favorite book or movie? My favorite book would actually be A Deeper Love Inside by Sister Soja.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice. What is that book about?
Well, it's like a love story between like family, how growing up in New York, Bronx was like hard for the family, but they rose above every challenge and they got through and they made it.
That sounds amazing. Have you finished it?
Yeah, I have.
Wow.
I think I've read it a few times too.
It's really nice. I like that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And next we have that raised her hand.
Gabriella.
Gabriella, yeah.
So I got the yellow dot, which is what
Okay.
was my first pet, but I've actually never had a pet. So yeah.
That's
I've
okay. You
always
can pick
wanted a
another
dog,
color
though.
that you want to answer.
Okay. I'll do orange. So my favorite candy is Jolly Ranchers.
Oh,
I love
okay.
Jolly Ranchers. The blue ones are my favorite.
Thank you, Gabriella. And Janice also raised her hand for this one.
Hi everyone, my name is Janice and I actually got the yellow dot. My first pet was actually fishes. So I used to have like a fish tank and have like a bunch of fishes, but like they were like hard to maintain because like my little sister, she would like literally torment them.
Same. That was our first one. No, you know what? We had turtles. But yeah, fishes are really hard to maintain, especially like getting the right tank for them. And then the food, I fed mine's too much.
Thanks for sharing, Janice. Who do we have next? Megan?
Hi everyone, I'm Megan. I got the green dot, but I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of a joke. Like I don't have any good jokes.
That's funny in itself.
Yeah. Like
Well, just pick another color then you want.
I'll pick the yellow one just because I like talking about my cat. So I currently have a cat right now, but my first pet that I got was the cat that's upstairs with my grandma, and her name is Sweet Pea. I got her when I was 9, and she's still kicking, so that's good.
Wow, that's very long for a cat.
Julia says she loves cats in the comments. So do I. I love cats.
Cat lovers here.
But I never did growing up. I was scared of cats. So it's
Really?
Yes, I was. So I really do love my cat. I think I saw Amber's hand and then Gilbert's hand.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. So I actually didn't get a color either, but I decided I'd go for red. So what am I really good at? I'm really good at public speaking, and it's something that I so enjoy doing. So that's something I'm really good at.
Definitely are good at that.
Awesome. That's actually a really great quality to have because not everybody is good at it. So if you're confident, you can say, I'm good at this. You know you got it in the bag. Thanks for sharing, Amber. Who do we have next? Gilbert, do you want to share?
I got green, and my best joke, well, it's actually my favorite joke as well, but it's What is red paint but tastes like blue paint?
Why
What?
does red paint taste like blue paint?
What is red but tastes like blue paint?
Oh, red.
Red paint.
Red paint, yes.
What?
That's funny.
Look at us, like all of us thinking hard, like.
I thought real hard about that one.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Thanks for your
Okay.
joke. Who's
That
next?
was
I
really
think I
good.
saw Holly's
Holly,
hand
yeah.
up.
So I got the yellow, and my first pet was a goldfish named Goldie.
Oh,
Goldfish named Goldie. That's very cute. How long did you have it for?
not long, I bet.
Not long at all, and it's buried in my backyard.
Oh no.
Me and Holly used to bury lots of animals in our backyard because the fish would never live for too long. So she's got like a pet cemetery going on in her backyard.
The opposite problem where I fed them too little.
The opposite. I would forget if I fed mine and just do it again. So. All right, guys. So
I think we have one more hand
we have
up.
one
I
more?
think Peppy Williams.
Hi, Peppy.
They're
Can they
still
hear us?
here. I'm not sure. Peppy, do you want to share?
They might not have their mic turned on or something.
Well, if you want to share in the comment section, feel free to always do that, guys. Sometimes with this online stuff, our Wi-Fi can be super unpredictable. So we're all aware of that by now. So yeah, just do that.
Yeah, just shoot us a little comment there if anything, and we'll get to that. All right. Thank you guys so much for sharing. That was really nice. I like hearing about everyone's little thing that they had there, personal stuff. Now we're gonna get into my next slide here, and it's a little background on stress and wellness and why we chose this topic. So wellness is more of a lifestyle. It is a way of living. To experts, wellness is concerned with its different dimensions. And now there's 8 different dimensions of wellness, and these are right here. We have occupational, emotional, social, physical, financial, spiritual, intellectual, and environmental. And basically, wellness simplified is just essentially it's a balance of a healthy mind, body, and soul. And my next slide here, it actually has different descriptions of each of the different dimensions of wellness. And I'm going to read through each one of them. And if anyone knows the answer, feel free to just raise your hand or comment in the little comment box. But after I read through the first one, I'm going to ask you guys if you know if it's either intellectual wellness, environmental, emotional, social, spiritual, occupational, or physical. And there's actually one that I haven't included. And then after we finish, whoever knows which one I didn't include, go ahead and feel free to put that in there. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and read the first one. And it says, leading a lifestyle that values the relationship between ourselves, our community, and the earth. The core principle of this is respect. Respect for all nature and all species living in it. Does anyone know which wellness that is?
Anybody have a guess?
I'll go ahead and read it again while you guys think about that, okay? So this wellness is living a lifestyle that values the relationship between ourselves, our community, and the earth. The core principle of this is respect. The respect for all nature and all species living in it. Anyone know what that could be? Oh, Melanie. Melanie said environmental. Very good. And it is
Awesome.
environmental. Okay, so the next one we have is coping effectively, having a sense of positive self-regard, and creating satisfying relationships. Anyone think what that one might be? So we have intellectual, environmental, emotional.
We have a hand up and we have a comment. So I seen a quick hand from Holly, but she put it down. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but Melanie says social. Is that right? Oh, Gilbert says social as well.
Okay, and what does Holly think?
Holly, do you want to chime in?
I was gonna say social too. Sorry, I don't know how to chat.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see what that one is. It's actually emotional. But that's pretty good. I mean, it could be social in a sense too, right? So the
Yeah,
next
because
one
the
here,
satisfying relationships, that's where it can be.
yeah.
Yes.
The next one we have recognizing ways to expand knowledge and skills through intellectually stimulating activities. So we already have environmental and emotional. Does anyone know what this one could be? Intellectual. Gilbert said intellectual. Okay. And it is intellectual. Very good. And the next one, personal satisfaction and enrichment from one's work. So the satisfaction we get from our work life. Megan raised her hand. What do you think it is, Megan?
Yeah, sorry, I raised my hand a few times there.
Oh, sorry.
Occupational, I'm assuming.
Occupational? Yeah, very good.
Sorry, if we don't see your hands right away, it's just because it pops up and it goes away. If you know where the chat option is, which looks like the little message box at the top, let us know so we don't miss anybody. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry guys. Just keep. Okay, next one. Maintaining a healthy body and seeking care through exercise, eating well, sleep, and paying attention to the signs of illness and getting help when needed. Does anyone know what that one could be?
Oh, Melanie in the comments says physical.
Physical?
Oh, Janice says physical as well.
Yeah, it is physical.
Good job, guys.
Okay, and next one. Developing a sense of connection, belonging, and a well-developed support system. Okay. We have two more.
Peppy says social.
Social. And
And Holly raised
her
a hand.
Holly, what do you think it is?
I agree. I think it's social.
Social? Yeah.
Awesome.
And it is social. And the last one that's left, attending to our sense of self and purpose and meaning in life. And this one obviously is spiritual. And does anyone know what the last one is that we didn't mention? We have one more wellness that we didn't mention there.
It's the trick question.
Spiritual.
Yes, only that's right. That was the last one. But there's one that I didn't include underneath. Do you know which one is missing?
Where all those question marks are? There's one more key element.
Megan raised her hand. What is it, Megan?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking mental, but
Ooh, that's a good one. But actually, mental is actually tied into emotional.
mhm.
It's a really big guess, though. I would expect it. Okay, so we'll say it. It's financial wellness. Okay, so we'll get into the next slide here. And this is a little video I have of social wellness and mental health, because this is actually a really big area right now, especially during COVID and the pandemic. So it really ties into everything that we're doing here. Let me know if you guys can hear it as I play it.
I hear it.
Hey everyone, this month's topic is social wellness. And nope, not talking about the number of followers that you have on Instagram. Well, we hear a lot about physical, emotional, and even mental well-being. But have you ever thought about your social well-being? Social wellness is a measure of how we interact with others and create meaningful relationships. As humans, we have this basic need to belong and to connect. But over the years, as our society has changed, our social interactions have diminished. When we have meaningful connections, we tend to eat healthier, exercise more, and are less likely to smoke. Having others to rely on our support helps us better manage our stress. And did you know that people with strong social networks have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and arthritis, and are more equipped to fight off infections? You can probably guess that social wellness plays a big role in mental health. People who have meaningful relationships experience greater happiness, whereas those who are more isolated have an increased risk for depression, anxiety, and even suicide. And let's not forget about brain health. Social engagement keeps our brains healthy as we age, reducing the risk of developing dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Not only does having a healthy social network help us in small ways, like fighting off the common cold, but it also helps us in big ways, like living longer and living happier. Thanks for watching. And if you want to learn more, check out our other health.
Okay, and that's the video. Does anyone have any comment on that? Okay.
I've seen in the chats that Melanie said that this is a great slide because she also has anxiety and depression.
Yes.
And I think that this is a really great slide as well, because I feel like, especially since the pandemic has hit, a lot of us have discovered some new anxieties or some new depressions that maybe weren't there before. And it really helps to talk about that with other people who are also going through this, because it's really helpful, I find. So thanks for sharing that, Melanie.
Yes, thank you, Melanie. And now as we get into the, oh, sorry. Were you going to say something, Sam?
No, I see a hand raised by Amber. Amber, do you want to chime in on that discussion?
I had a thought and then it like erased my mind. So I'll come back.
No problem.
You got it. Let us know.
Oh, no, actually, sorry. I totally remember. I was actually talking to a friend today who she said to me, she said, Amber, I've been through some stuff in life. And she goes, I've never felt anxiety like I've been feeling anxiety as of lately. The pandemic being a big part of that. And she felt, I mean, both of us felt really comfortable being able to talk to each other because we both thought each other was crazy on our own, which is why I love workshops like this, because it shows that, like, no, we're not alone. We're all in this together. So thank you for both of you.
Thank you for sharing that, and you're absolutely right, you know. And it's good that we can have this community and have these workshops and hopefully still be able to connect with individuals that we meet through these workshops, you know, because all of that helps, you know, the social interactions that we have and the connections that we make through these workshops.
Yeah, I agree. It's really important. Along with what you were saying, Amber, about talking with a friend and coming to that realization together and finding comfort in knowing that you're not in it alone. I also had a same experience during a class a couple weeks back where this topic came up, and every single person in that small breakout group shared their personal stories of anxiety, their personal stories of what they're going through. And it was a huge realization for each person to realize, oh my goodness, I'm not the only one. It was like a light bulb went off, because we've never been equipped with the skills and the tools to deal with a pandemic. So we're all going through it together for the first time. And I think it's so important to talk about it. So I love these workshops as well. I'm super glad that we're here with everybody today. All right, Annie, back to you.
Okay. I just want to ask you guys real quick. Can you see the little pop-ups that I keep getting that says on the side, or?
No, I just see your slideshow.
Okay, great. Okay, great. All right. So as I get into these next few slides, there are slides that are specific to each group of wellness, and along with them has a little checklist. Now, these aren't necessarily things that you need to be doing, but they're just to give you an idea of what you can do for optimal health in this specific wellness area. So for example, we have social wellness checklists, and some ideas that you can do to maintain your social wellness is joining an online group focused on your favorite hobby, interest, or study, joining local community groups, taking online classes to try something new, volunteering, developing strong social networks, building meaningful relationships with others, so like at work, at school, wherever, and dealing with conflict appropriately. And that's a huge one, right? And not getting angry at situations and just taking the time to reflect back and like then handling the situation after. Now we're going to get into a little bit of discussion questions on that slide on social wellness, and I'm going to have Sam take that away.
Thanks, Annie. So our first discussion question is, can anyone think of any personal or non-personal barriers that might prevent you or someone else from maintaining a healthy social wellness? And how can we get rid of those barriers mentioned? So if anybody feels comfortable, if you want to sit on it and think about it for a little bit, we can. But I would really love if anybody would love to share their personal experience or any barriers that they have found within themselves. Oh, do we have a hand? Amber, I see your hand raised.
Yeah, so for me, a personal barrier that has prevented me from maintaining a healthy social wellness in the past has been caring about what other people think. or what other people say. And it's stopped me from, just truly like being who like I want to be and like doing the things that make me happy, because I thought, others wouldn't approve, or because I was scared of what other people might say. So that's my barrier. Working on it.
Thanks for sharing that. That's really important too. I agree that sometimes we can get in our own heads and really care about what other people think, and that can really change the way we handle a situation or the way we like feel about ourselves and present ourselves to the world. So thank you so much for sharing that, Amber. I feel like a lot of us probably agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, sure. That whole bit about wanting people to like you and fitting in and all of that. I mean, I think we all go through that phase in life, right? Melanie wanted to go next. She said her hand emoji wasn't working. Melanie, do you want to go ahead?
Okay. Hi, my name is Melanie, and I had some barriers with the PTSD symptoms because one of them was the PTSD came from riding in a vehicle with an impaired driver because first off, I don't drive due to anxiety, and that's why. And it wasn't a good idea for me to ride a car drunk there. And how do I like get rid of this anxiety and the low self-esteem, because that's what I got because of traumatic things happen and discrimination. That's the biggest thing, and that's what happened. So, which is the biggest concern is I've been discriminated from a lot of things, and there's a person who tells me what to wear, and which means I wear all clothes around this person. If I don't listen to them, I could be punched in the stomach or verbally abused. Okay, so how do I get rid of this barrier kind of thing? The PTSD.
I'm so sorry to hear that you're going through those struggles, Melanie. That sounds like you're going through such a hard time.
Yeah, I've been discriminated from the college. I can't be on any college property. The administration is very insensitive to people with special needs. I'm letting you know. The chief administrator is the most insensitive one of all. So that's the one who needs to, and the one person who is a partner of the college, the education coordinator from the DRCC is one of them. Yeah, insensitive.
You know what, Melanie? I'm so glad that you shared this with me. I don't know exactly how I can help you get rid of this barrier, but I do.
How do I avoid those people, like the people we're talking about? How do I avoid those people off campus? Like, how do I avoid them? Which means, how do I avoid the verbal abuse from those people?
That's a really toughy one. Does anybody within the chat here have any suggestions or tips for Melanie for this issue that she's dealing with right now? Megan, I see your hand up.
Yeah.
Hey, Melanie, it's Amber here. Definitely, what I'm going to do for you, Mel, is I'm going to reach out to you, through Facebook, and let's have a chat. And we'll get you. I'll help you out. Okay, hon?
Can you help me? Yeah, I know, because I usually I dance. Want to get rid of anxiety. I'm a dancer too.
For sure, hon. So what
you can help me.
Definitely watch the message in your inbox right now.
Yeah.
And I'll send you, and we'll talk. Okay, so let's talk.
Okay.
Let's talk.
Okay.
Thanks for that, Amber. That was really helpful. Megan, I see you had your hand. Did you want to add a little tidbit before we move on?
I'm just going to share on the discussion then, because I think that's amazing too. Also, reaching out and finding groups like this is a huge way that I've been able to cope with a lot of my stresses and anxieties right now, and also being able to speak about my resentments and stuff and hearing other people's shares. You just find that connection with people that are like-minded like yourself, and it gives you a lot of comfort having groups like this. A personal barrier that I have that prevents me from having a healthy social wellness is, that being one, finding it hard to talk about things sometimes, and that fear of being judged, and or though in the worst case, like telling somebody something and then having them kind of give up on you because they might feel like you're a lost cause. But the way that I've found I've sought out help through going back to the meetings that were helping me with my issues, that were geared towards my issues, and finding that community of people that I connect and relate with. And so that's been a huge help. And also, workshops like this.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that your experience with these workshops are actually benefiting you in the way that we really intend it to. It can be really hard and feel very vulnerable coming into a situation where you're meeting with a whole bunch of strangers here. But almost that is almost our blessing sometimes, because like you can actually open up and share things that maybe you normally wouldn't, because it is a safe platform. So I hope you keep on coming to our workshops or seeing what Durham Alliance Outreach has to offer, because this is exactly what it's meant to do. And I'm super excited to help be a part of this. So thank you so much for sharing, Megan. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And that actually brings me to my next point. Actually, in this slide here, I included some Facebook groups for social wellness. Now, I was a part of one of these groups on the stress, anxiety, and panic attacks. No, sorry, stress and depression management. That one's really good. And each of these groups here, you don't necessarily have to join these groups, but there's so many different groups on every social media account and platforms out there that are available and free for you to join. And you can actually connect with individuals in the community everywhere, not just like in your area, not only local, but everywhere. And in these groups as well, there's actually professionals and counselors and therapists and just people who have been in your situation and who are doing much better, and they're just in this group to help other people that was in that situation. So I think it's really good that you can do that, and I'm glad that you find these groups beneficial to you, and I hope that, I mean, in the long run, you know, it'll only continue to get better for you, and you can build those connections. And yeah, does anyone have anything else they want to add to this part? Good. Okay. Move on. So now we have a physical wellness checklist. So this part here is committed to healthier eating, clean eating, limiting your consumption of processed foods, and incorporate more nutrition and protein-rich foods. Drinking plenty of water. I know we hear that often. Move more. Take the stairs and add walking breaks to your day. Even if it's just getting up, getting out of bed, like that's an accomplishment, right? So you don't always necessarily have to feel like you're not doing anything with your day. If you're just getting up, getting out, like that's enough, right? Getting plenty of sleep, utilizing home fitness apps, because there's so many free ones now that you can use. And they actually incorporate things now in the apps where you can actually set your meal plan to preferred foods that you like. Schedule regular doctor visits, because that's very important, especially right now. And practicing progressive muscle relaxation. And I think that right there, a lot of people have said they found that in doing yoga and in doing meditation. Meditation helps relax that. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to try it.
I find that with when I do Pilates,
Yeah.
that I'm able
that's
to,
hard.
I have a really hard time meditating, staying still. I move constantly. So I find when I'm doing specifically Pilates, because I'm not good at yoga either, it really helps my core, and I can focus on my breathing and the muscles, and it's perfect for me. So there's so many options out there.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Does anyone want to add to this before we move on? We have a discussion question now coming up, and Sam, go ahead and take that away.
Thanks, Annie. So can anyone think of one thing that they currently do or practice that pertains to physical wellness? And have you noticed any positive differences in your health and wellness since? Any takers? I'm going to start off and, I see, never mind. I see some raised hands. I see Haley and Julia. Haley,
Julia, and Shaq and Amber.
I'll go
Awesome.
first, then Julia can go, I guess. So for me, I know I've just been obviously down with COVID and everything, as most of you probably are as well. So just trying to get outside at least once a day, even if it's just for a quick walk around the block. I live in a super small town, so either it's a drive to Tim Hortons or a walk. So there's nothing much to do. But yeah, get outside at least once a day.
so have you noticed any positive differences from doing that?
Definitely. If I'm not staying inside all day, I'm not as sad throughout the day. So probably just getting some fresh air does good.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
I can relate
Thanks,
to that.
Haley, for sharing.
Yeah.
Julia?
So I've been doing yoga consistently for a while now, and that's helped really make me happier. And also I just feel a lot better, and I feel like I'm doing something just for myself, because yoga is that kind of type of exercise where you don't have to push yourself too physically to the point where it hurts, kind of thing. So I highly recommend yoga for anyone.
Thanks, Julia. Who was next there, Annie?
We have Shaq, who's next.
All right, so hi. I found that like I've been like meditating a lot. I find that if I take 30 minutes just before I go to sleep and like I have some silence or maybe listen to some low tempo music, it helps me to unwind and like just process my day.
It really does. But you know what? I do that, but I never really thought about it as meditation until you said that. So maybe this whole time I've been meditating. I didn't even know. Thank you, Shaq. Amber wanted to go next, and then we have Holly.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the pandemic, when they locked us down the first time, I was going crazy because I'm a super social person that needs like physical touch. And so not being able to do that really sucked. And I had a workout program that I was doing before and I had kind of stopped. And I thought, well, I have nothing better to do. So I started working out every single day. And it's literally taken me from like a 1 to a 12 in terms of how I feel. Like when I come home from work, I work all the time in the morning now, but when I come home from work at night and I'm stressed or I just need to, get out some anxiety, like I hit play on my home workouts and like the stress just melts away. So it's been like literally life-changing for me.
What kind of workouts are you doing, Amber? I'm curious.
So I'm doing Beachbody. So I was a coach when I signed up back in 2019, and then I stopped coaching. And then halfway through the last year, I thought, you know what? I love this so much, and it's giving me so much life that I need to share this with other people. So now I coach for Beachbody as well.
I love Beachbody. Actually, me and my son were a part of Beachbody maybe last year.
Yeah.
And they kind of have the Rogers on Demand style videos where you can go in and pick whatever you want, whether it's like body pump or combat. It's awesome. I love that. I'm so glad to hear that you're utilizing your time doing something healthy because that's really hard to do. I tried to stick to a workout plan and I wasn't as efficient as I'd like to be, but I'm going to give it a go again soon.
Thank you, Amber.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Holly wanted to go next. Hear me, Holly?
I saw her come in and out. Oh, there she is.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally exited. I'm really into yoga. I can't really meditate very well either. I can't sit still, so I do yoga. And once a week, I go over to my neighbors to work out with them because it's usually easier with a friend. And I got a dog so that I walk it a lot more. It's literally for motivation and love.
That's really good. That's smart. And the dog, so you have to go out to walk. I like that. And it's actually a stress relief having a pet, Good. Thank you, Holly. Does anyone else want to share before we move on? Okay. This next slide is just a little idea of what you can do for like swapping out unhealthy foods for healthy foods. I'm not necessarily saying that you can't eat these unhealthy foods, but obviously in moderation in little portions. And so, for example, it has pizza. You can swap that for a cauliflower-based pizza. Chocolate pudding, swap that for chai pudding. Nutella toast, swap that for peanut butter toast. Just little things like that. Now we're going to get into environmental wellness. So this aspect here is just being respectful, inclusive, kind, and supportive towards others, being aware of risk in your surroundings, being aware of the impact of your decisions, taking personal responsibility for your actions, and working to improve your community, reducing, recycling, reusing, and using sustainable transportation. So my next slide here is they have these 3 boxes here, and I'm going to ask you guys if you know, starting with the blue box, if this is either recycle, compost, or regular garbage. Does anyone know where that one goes into, the first box, the blue one? Recycle, compost, or regular garbage? Melanie said recycling. And Julia raised her hand. What do you think, Julia?
The first blue box with all the food?
Yeah.
The compost.
Compost? And Holly said compost. Okay. Yeah, it's compost. Okay,
That's
now
what goes in the compost.
And now the next box, we have the purple box. And it has shiny food wrappers, styrofoam, plastic, gloves, bubble mailers. Does anyone know which one that goes into? It's either recycle or regular garbage. Melanie said, oh, for the green box. Holly said garbage, regular garbage. Holly, I think that's what it is. Okay. And Shaquila said recycle. Yep. It's actually regular garbage, guys. Believe it or not, I got this wrong myself too. That's why I was like, this should be a fun thing to see what we all think. And the next one, obviously, is regular garbage. Recycle. So we have newspaper, magazines, mixed paper, cardboard, office paper, stuff like that. Okay, so now let's get into emotional wellness checklists. Reminding yourself to stay positive always, smiling, seeking or accepting help and support from others when needed, and that's especially important. Employing gratitude to your life in order to strengthen relationships with family and friends, practicing being mindful and increase your awareness, practicing self-care and doing what makes you happy and just brings you comfort. Like, for example, going to a spa day, a massage, doing whatever makes you happy. And just loving yourself, most importantly, the main thing, self-love, the best love. And now we're going to get into our next slide here. And Sam's going to take this away. This is an example of a gratitude questions that you can include in your journal. And you guys are going to all refer back to the little paper you got with your colors on it. And Sam's just going to explain.
All right. So, like Annie said, everybody had their color piece of paper. And I guess you just take the color. But if you didn't get a piece of paper or you didn't stick to your color, you can choose whatever one. But we're going to be choosing a little box that's on the screen here. And then we're going to answer the question accordingly. So I will go first to get us rolling. I got purple. So I'm going to put, what about your body are you grateful for? I normally wouldn't choose this one, but I thought I'd choose something out of the norm. I guess I'm grateful for my legs. I have pretty good, strong legs, and I'm looking forward to going back to the gym and getting my squats on so I can keep on getting better legs. And that's what part of my body I'm grateful for. So do we have anybody else who wants to follow me and share?
Julia, Megan, and then one more raised hand.
Who in my life am I grateful for? My friend Dave, because he's a good listener and he's fun to hang out with.
That's nice. We all need those connections. We all need that one person that we can always go to and confide in. That's really nice. Thank you, Julia. Megan?
Yeah, so I got the green one, and the one I chose was what place are you grateful for? And the first thing that came to my mind was where I used to go for my meetings. I would go to AA meetings, and now that there's no place to go for those meetings, I kind of would have to say Zoom is a good place to go for meetings, and it's gotten me out of my shell a bit more when talking to people, just because I remember how nervous I would get in a big group talking to people until I got comfortable with that group. But being on Zoom, it's a lot easier to speak, even though I still fumble over my words a lot and get inside my head. It's still a great place to go to be able to feel just that comfort that you can get from being behind a screen.
And that's okay. You're saying you're stumbling, but I don't hear it, and that's awesome. I'm glad that you can find comfort in that and that you're liking it, So we hope to see you in our next workshops as well then. Thank you for sharing that, Megan. I know Oh, Gilbert said, what season are you grateful for? And I would say fall because it's like a new beginning. Very interesting. I like that. Very nice. Thank you, Gilbert. Like a new beginning. I think I would look at it like that too. Season. Does anyone else want to share before we move on? No? Okay. So now we have career and occupational wellness checklist. This one here, it says, don't settle, keep motivated, and work towards what you want. So this is all about your motivation, your love for your job, and doing what makes you happy, doing what you love, and not just settling for anything. And oh, we have another discussion question for this one as well. And
Awesome.
Sammy can take that away. And while you're doing that discussion question, I'll go back to the career occupational checklist so everyone can refer back to it.
Perfect. So referring back to one of the points, can some of you share the benefits and positives in your current job or school life? Anybody want to share? I don't know if these hands are old hands that were raised or new hands. Annie, can you see any hands being raised?
No, I see one for Julia there, but it doesn't show me a
I
little
see
thing.
another
Julia?
one for Amber. Amber's raised her hand, I think.
Yeah, Amber and Julia.
Yes. Okay. So in terms of education, in terms of career, I'm a nanny right now, and it has honestly brought me so much light and joy, especially over this pandemic, to be able to work with three little bubbly faces that don't know any difference in the world. So that's been really awesome. And then over the pandemic, because I've had extra time, so I've been really focusing on the positive things that have come out of this craziness, is I've started 2 businesses that are currently my side hustles, but are going to be my full-time gigs that will allow me to live the dreams of my life. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my job right now.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
2 new side hustles. Look at you. Wow. I wish I had that energy. Good for you. And you're exercising and you're doing all this extra stuff. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else want to go? Okay. So next we have, I included a little snapshot here of free career help and job counseling sites that you guys can utilize. And the first one is PC Works, employment.ca. That's a really good site. And all of these sites, they have mini quizzes that you can take, and they kind of like clock you into what category you would best fit under depending on your interests and your likes and stuff like that. And they'll give you actually job openings that matches your interests. So it's a really good sites for you to utilize and for you just go and see if there's anything that suits your needs, see if there's anything available in the area you might not know. You might find something that you like. There's also the other one, www.hif.ca, and then tucareers.com. Okay, next one we have spiritual wellness. This one here focuses a lot on the things that we mentioned before, so like meditation, yoga. If anyone is heavy on religion, so praying and taking part in organized religion, spending time alone, pondering the meaning of life, building awareness through journaling, so like mindfulness, the gratitude journals can include this as well, spending time in nature, and just appreciating the music and art.
Okay, so we have another discussion question here. Oh, Julia raised a hand. Julia, do you want to add something?
I just wanted to add, I saw you had spend time in nature on the spirituality slide. I actually been reading a lot of articles recently about spirituality, and they say that going out in nature is like one of the best things you can do, because they kind of described it as like your ego doesn't necessarily exist when you're in nature. Like there's no one to please, and like, you know what I mean? So yes, spending time in nature is really helpful if you're going through something, or even if you're not, like just maintaining your well-being by going outside is something that I live for.
For sure.
I
Me
I
too.
agree with you, Julia, because every time I go out for a walk or go for a hike, I'm always feeling so much better. And I think, why didn't I do this every day? So I agree. It does have some sort of a healing nature. What do we have next? Oh, we have the discussion questions.
Yes. Did anyone want to share what for this part here? No? Okay. Feel free to always leave comments as well in the comment box if you didn't want to speak or fine. I was looking at that one too. Next, we have intellectual wellness. So this is basically mind stimulation and learning new things and putting yourself out there to try new things, educate yourself, even if it's reading, writing, sharing, exploration, exposing yourself to new experiences, so like art, theater, travel, being inquisitive and thinking critically, staying informed and up to date on world affairs and news, and just listening and observing what is around you. So being more mindful of all of that.
Okay, so we have another discussion question here. So can anyone share some things you currently participate in or do that stimulates your mind? So what are some other ways we can stimulate our minds without taking too much time out of our day to do so? Oh, Julia raised her hand right away. Julia, what do you have to say?
Definitely listening to music or like a podcast or an audiobook, something that you don't necessarily have to focus on too much, that like with kind of without you knowing is still stimulating your brain.
Mm-hmm. That's a good example. Oh, Amber.
Yeah, I downloaded this app called Headway, and you have to pay money to like access everything, but every day there's a free book that you can read. And I mean, they're like anywhere from between like 10 to 15 chapters, but you can actually listen to it, which makes it go by really fast. So almost every day at lunch while I'm making my salad, I'll listen to one of these. A lot of them are not self-help books, but personal development books. They're all personal development books. And so it's like stimulating my mind without having to pay too much attention to it. So I really like that.
That's really nice. Amber, do you mind putting it in the chat there what app you said it was?
For
I think
sure.
a lot of people can actually utilize that. That's
Yeah,
very
I would
good.
love to
Thank
download
you.
that app. That sounds so
Thank you for sharing
interesting.
that. And actually another thing that that I heard the other day, and I didn't really think about this until someone said it to me, mind stimulation. Just even being next to people that educate you, being next to professionals, being next to your coworkers or peers or friends or whatever, like, someone, sorry, popped up there. Yeah, so just being around people, because we get mind stimulation from just connections that we make, right? We learn new things every day from people that we interact with.
I
Amber
agree.
if anyone wanted to download that app Amber was talking about, she posted it in the chat box there. It's Headway, one free book a day.
Amber, you said it costs a little bit of money. Does it cost
Yeah.
a lot of money to download the things that you need to access this stuff?
So if what I believe, I don't know if it's just for me or not, but right now it's advertising $1.50 a week. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So $10 a month, less than $10 a month. So I mean, pretty reasonable considering a book costs more than $10. And then you could access everything that's in here, and there's literally like so much. But if you don't want to spend that, which I don't, that's why I haven't yet, I just get the free book every day.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. And I know Shaq said that you read and stuff like that, so that's a good app to have. Okay. Last one, now we have financial wellness. So this one right here, I know being a college student, this can be really stressful, this area right here. So this one focuses on prioritizing your debt payments, calculating yearly expenses, trips, gifts, monthly groceries, stuff like that. Eliminating expenses that no longer add value, reviewing, revising, updating all insurance policies, spending less than you earn, saving for the future. Only borrow what you can afford and create a budget plan for necessary expenses. Now, on that topic right there, budget plan, my next slide here, I included a really good website that I actually utilize. And this one here is free. So if anyone wants to go ahead and utilize this website after, it's www.mymoneycoach.ca. And this website has a lot of really good Excel sheets for budgeting. And it has little subcategories of different things that you would be using to spending your money on. So clothing, jewelry, groceries, books, whatever it is, it has everything you can think of on their list. And as you plug it in, how much you spend on certain things, it'll actually calculate it for you. So everything is free, and it's a free budget calculator if anyone wants to utilize that.
Thanks, Annie. That sounds great.
Alrighty, guys. Denise said that's awesome. I'm gonna check it out. Yes, check that out. It's actually really good. I know some of you are like, I've never budgeted before, but honestly, it even explains the steps to you, and it's pretty like self-explanatory, and it shows you like what you can do for step 1, step 2, and if you're a first-time budgeter, if you haven't done it before, they also have basic templates, and then you can move on to like the more detailed templates where it has like everything breaking down from like weekly budgets to yearly budgets. So it's really good to have if anyone wanted to utilize that. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna get into our kite making. Before we get into this, does anyone want to add anything? Does anyone want to say anything about our discussions today before we get into our arts and crafts section?
Holly says in the chat, do we have access to these slides after the workshop? I'd love to check out some of the resources shared and those checklists to have to check in for my future.
Yes, Holly, actually this live is going to be posted later, but also at the end of the slide, and I'll even post it in this chat after, you can always email me, and if you can't find those or for some reason you can't see it clearly, I can always email it to you individually after the workshop, okay? So I'll actually go ahead and put my email in there right now.
Melanie, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah. The workshops, I've noticed that, there's like 15 people involved because I'm also into the event planning and stuff as myself as director of community engagement. So, that I have been traveling somewhere, in different places, including talking to people about this charity organization so we can have more people involved in the crafts and stuff because it'll be a great opportunity during COVID-19, even when you're locked down in the house. Right now we're in the red zone, and that means clubs sometimes not reopening yet until we get to the orange. So I hope we have people do these workshops until everything reopens into the orange zone. So it will still be a great opportunity for people to get involved, even when you have a blue day and stuff, because I do these workshops a lot because I have like the anxiety and depression. So it's going to be a good opportunity for me to do a lot of stuff and everything to get rid of my stress and everything. And that kite workshop is great. So I hope we have another mental health workshop in the future, coming up, because we need people involved with this so they can have something to do instead of being bored all the time. So it'll be a great opportunity for people to do that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Melanie. I agree. I think we should have more mental health workshops. And we're actually been discussing a lot of different new potential workshops and programs and fundraisers. And so I'm sure we can join you in on the conversation, Melanie, and you can definitely give us some tips and help us make it perfect for everybody to kind of utilize. So thank you so much for adding that, Melanie.
You're welcome.
Julia says that next week is a spirituality workshop. So that's a great opportunity to chime in. Same time, Wednesday, 6:30. And the following week after that, we have our dream catcher workshop. So we have a couple lined up, and hopefully we're going to put more, we're going to have more for you guys. So.
All right, guys, thank you so much. So now we're going to get into the arts and crafts section. But before we do, I just want to explain a little bit about why we're doing a kite and why I thought this was necessary for this specific workshop. So a kite actually serves as a stress reliever. Why? Because flying a kite is relaxing. When watching a kite drift across an open blue sky, one focuses on the moment, not necessarily the daily stressors of life. So talking about the many ways in which we can improve our wellness, going outside for some fresh air like flying a kite is another way of getting physical exercise in, even if it's just walking in circles, flying your kite. Okay, so this exercise is meant to show you all there are different ways in which we can incorporate fun activities into our daily routines that impact our wellness greatly. So we don't necessarily have to be working out or eating healthy or yes, we do in some way have to do those things, but it's not all about that. And we can always find different ways to make it fun, you know, so we can continue to develop those healthy habits in our lives. Okay, let the fun begin. Arts and crafts. Getting into this section here before we actually start, Sam is just gonna tell you guys what's included in the kit, so I can know that you guys all have your stuff included in the kit. So go ahead, Sam.
Awesome. All right, everybody. You guys ready for some fun and activity, a kite making class? I can see we have a new little person joining us. Is that you, Parker? Hi, Parker. Thanks so much for joining our workshop. Are you excited to make a kite?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you're here with us. So we're going to do a checklist and make sure everybody has what they need. So everybody should have a piece of colorful paper that's in the shape of a big triangle, just like this. Check. We should also have another pieces of paper that's a little bit smaller that has some slits in it like this. We're going to have a big stick. I don't know what color your guys's is, but mine is red. A big stick like this. We are going to have one ribbon and two little popsicle sticks. One of them says number 1 and the other one says number 2. And we should have a little bag of string. We should have one long wooden skewer, some tissue paper that is stapled together, some glitter, and some glue. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Did I miss anything, Annie?
No, you're good. As you said it, I was taking it out the bag, so we're good.
Perfect. Does everybody have their supplies, or everybody think they're missing anything? Are we good to go? Oh, we got, yes, we're good to go. Awesome.
Okay. All right, let's start. So step 1, guys, I'm going to play the video and it's going to show you exactly what you have to do because you can't really see my hands as I'm doing it, okay? So step 1.
We're going to play this video over again if we need it, right, Annie?
Yeah. You're just going to fold your kite.
I think I'm lost already.
So I'll play it back for you once this is done.
Thank you. So do we start with the opening at the top?
Yes.
Upwards? And then we fold one flap over?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll replay it.
Awesome.
So you should start with your paper like that down, and then you just fold one flap over like that.
Can you make the video full screen when you play it, Jason says? Can we make it full screen? Awesome.
Is that
And
better?
if anybody, that is a lot better. If anybody has anything they want to add, just unmute yourself because we can't really type and do the craft at the same time. Okay. How's everybody doing so far?
So what I'm going to say, Samantha, is for everyone who is making a kite right now, when you're finished this step, raise your hand so that we know that you finished your first step.
Thank you, Amber. That's a great reminder. Good tip. Thank you.
Raise your hand or also just comment in the little comment box done so we can see it in case we missed the raise hand one.
Perfect. I'm finished.
Okay.
Is everybody
You're finished?
Looks like Holly's finished. And Shaq is finished. And Megan's finished. Oh, Gilbert's done too. How are you doing, Melanie? Are you keeping on? I have like 5 people that
Janice
you're
is done.
struggling. Okay. That's
Not
okay,
done
Melanie.
struggling. That's all right. Just let us know when you're done and we can move on to the next one.
Annie, can you restart the video again?
Yes, I can definitely do that.
Sometimes it's harder with it just being silent. So we're going to start with this triangle up and we're going to fold the one flap over at the bottom, almost like a paper plane. And then we're gonna flip it over in a second and we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Was that helpful?
Melanie, are you all good? How to fold over.
Okay, so Melanie, I'm not sure if you can see me as well on my screen, but I'm gonna put it in my screen right here so you can see it. So the flap is kind of open. We have it up like this. So I'm gonna take the top corner here and I'm gonna fold it down, kind of like an airplane. Do you see that? I'm sorry, the quality is not the best. So it was a triangle. And then we're gonna fold the one side down. And then we're gonna fold the other side down.
Yeah,
Now,
so this
if you
is
guys
your
are
paper.
having, if you're having difficulty with this, we can also help you out afterwards too. That's an option.
I do my best. Okay.
No problem, Melanie. You do your best, girl. And if you have problems along the way, we'll help you out for sure. You'll get your kite done one way or another.
All right. Okay, guys, so let's move on to the other step now. Okay, so step 2 here. Once your kite's folded, you're gonna open it up. Oh, sorry, guys. Let's play that back. Okay. So you're gonna open it up once it's folded, and then you're gonna fold the little flaps in now.
I think I got lost.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain this in the video here. So I'm gonna pause it, and I'm gonna show you mine. So you see how you guys have your folded kites like this?
Yes.
Okay, so now you're gonna just basically open it up right there.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not like that. Open it. So your flap is here. You're gonna open it in that. See that? And it should look like this when you open it up.
Okay.
Got it? And these
Yeah.
little things here are what you're gonna fold up once you open it. Okay, so I'm gonna replay the video.
How's everybody doing? It's kind of quiet.
Gilbert said done. Ooh, very nice. Oh, little man said done. Wow, he's fast.
Faster than me. I'm finished now too.
Megan's done. Shaquila's done.
Oh,
Gabriella's
I was
done.
done.
All right, so you guys got this part done. How are you doing there, Melanie? Got it. Nice.
Got it. Awesome.
Very nice. Okay, let's go to the next part now. Oh, sorry. Just make this bigger. Sorry, guys. Can you see it full screen?
No, we can't.
Can't? Okay. Okay. Now that you have that done, you're going to use your skewer stick for this part. And for any kids, you might want to have your mom or an adult help you with this part here. So this is just poking 2 holes in the little flaps that you just made, and then one at the very bottom for your kite tail. And I'm going to replay this video after again too. So be very careful when you're poking this hole. I'm going to replay it again. So you're going to make 3 holes, 1 in each side of your little flaps on the corners. And then 1 at the very bottom.
Perfect. Julie says she's done.
Nice. Janice is done.
Can you play it one more time?
Yes, for sure.
Please.
No problem. There you go. The 1 hole in the inner corner, but don't go too much in the inner corner because you also have to put a string in there.
Perfect. Gilbert says we're done.
Okay.
Perfect. Is everybody done that part? Oh, Holly's done.
Yeah. So we want to go to step 3 now?
Is everybody ready for step 3? Yeah? Okay.
Okay. Sorry, step 4. So for this part here, you're going to use your number 1 string. So before you begin, everyone grab their number 1 string.
Do we take the string off of the popsicle stick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just loose your string.
So we have our number 1 popsicle stick. We're going to take the string off of it. And what is it exactly showing us here, Annie?
Okay, so you're going to take the string and start from one end of your paper where it has the hole in it. And as you can see, I was using the skewer stick to kind of push through the string in the hole.
Julia asked if you made this video, Annie.
Yes, I did. So you're going to take the skewer stick or if you can just get the string through the hole without the skewer stick, that's fine too.
It is a little difficult to put through the hole.
Yeah, it is. That's why I use the skewer stick. I kind of place it on there and then I shoved it through.
I think I'm going to make my hole bigger. Okay. So
once you're done pushing it through at one end of the hole, you put it through the next one. And once you're done that, you should have it at both ends like that and give it a knot at the end.
Does it need to be tight?
Yes, it needs to be knotted tight. I double knotted it. I'm going to play the video again one more time and then a second time if anyone needs it.
How's everybody doing? Oh, no, there's a thumbs down. What's going on over there, Parker? What's going on?
We're a little stuck.
You're a little
stuck? Oh no.
We're just a little slow.
That's okay. It looks like your mom has got it. It is hard to put the string in. You know what I did, Melanie? I took that skewer and I made the hole a little bit bigger, and then it went right in for me.
Oh yeah, do that too. Just don't make the hole too big because you also don't want it to break because you're putting it all the way at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So once you get it through to the other side, we just tie it. You said, right?
Yeah, you just tie it. Yep. Tie your string all the way on the edge. So if you guys can see, I just did mine. I put mine through, and I tied it at the very end.
Wait. You tied it at the very end.
Yeah, at the end of you tie it right here. You make it knot at the very end of the string.
So you don't tighten it all the way. It's a knot at
Oh.
the very top.
Oh.
Okay.
Why, you did that?
No, I almost
Oh.
did that.
Yes.
So we take it and make sure that our kite's down here and our string is double
Yes.
knotted up here.
I'll replay it one
Okay.
more time for you guys, okay?
Does everybody get that? I thought we were to tighten it, so I'm glad I clarified.
No.
Now, is this popsicle stick being utilized for something?
You're gonna be utilizing this, guys. So keep this on the side. You're gonna be using this to dip in your glue.
Perfect.
That's gonna be for the later half of the decorating if we get to that. How's everyone doing? Is everyone done, or you need more time on this part?
I'm done.
Melanie's on the third hole.
Yogurt's done.
Got my
Oh,
third
wait.
hole. Thank you, Melanie.
Me too. I'm done.
Nice. Okay. Shaquila's done. Megan, how you doing there? I can see you close up crafting away there. Got it? Okay. Megan and Janice have raised their hands. Okay. All right. So are we good to move on?
I think so.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. Step 5. So you're going to be you're not going to be using any materials for this one because we have to do another tie in the string. So I'm going to show you what you're tying here. Sorry guys, I don't know why it's not going full.
Annie, do you want to explain a little bit about the video as it's kind of playing? So we also have.
Yes. So if you see my string there, you're going to pull it all the way up, pull it up to the very tip of your kite.
Okay.
And you should have more space there. You should have a long string, so there's space there. Where it meets at the very top of your kite, you're gonna do another knot there. You're gonna tie right here. So you're gonna tie right here, and then you should have your other tie at the very end. So you're gonna put another knot there. Measure it up to the tip of your kite here, and then you're gonna put a little knot there.
Okay. I was lost for a second. This is my first time as well doing this craft. So you put your string up, and then I tie another knot about the same length. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I was confused for a second. Does everybody get that step, or are we struggling with it?
Is it showing full screen for you guys here?
No, it's not.
Okay, I don't know why this one is not going full screen. Can you still see what I'm doing there?
Yeah, we can still see.
Okay.
I guess that's what happens when we go live, right?
Okay, so I'm going to replay it. I'm showing you right there. You measure it. Oh, this is. So once it's tied, you pull the string all the way to the top. And then where it measures from that point of the kite, you give it a second knot. Let me guys know if you got this part or if you're still struggling with this part right here.
We might be doing a kite upside down.
Oh no. It's okay, we can salvage it.
If yours ends up being upside down, Parker, I'll teach you how to do it later on, okay? Maybe not later on because it might be your bedtime, but I'll teach you how to do it another time if it is upside down.
So guys, I just made my knot there, and it doesn't have to be perfect at the very, very top. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like I just kind of estimated. So that's my tip, and I put a little knot there. You can see it, and this is my very first knot here. So you guys should have, when you open it, you should have a little opening there at the very top. Let me guys know in the comment if you're done or if you need more time with this or if you want me to replay the video. I'll replay it anyways.
Or you can do the raise your hand icon to show that you're finished as well.
Yeah. Shaquila is done. Gilbert is done. Holly and Megan is done. Julia is done. All right. Want to move on now to the next one? Janice is done. Okay. All right.
Is there
let's move
anybody
on.
who's not finished this step? Oh, Melanie's not done yet. Melanie, did you get the string into the hole yet?
Yeah, I think she did, but she was working on the tying of it. Yeah.
Perfect. Do you
Melanie,
understand the next steps?
Yeah, if at any part, Melanie, you get stuck, I mean, this video will be posted anyway, so you can always go back to it if anything. And I mean, we're here after too. Okay, so step 6, you're gonna take that same string and you're gonna grab your number 3 string. So actually, I'm gonna pause this video and you guys grab your number 3 strings. So your number 3 strings is in the bag. Yeah, it's not labeled number 3, but it's in the little bag. So this is the longest string that you would have.
We didn't utilize number 2 string yet, correct?
No, we did not. No.
Okay, just making sure for all of our viewers.
Number 2 is going to be used for the tail, so that's at the very end.
Okay.
All right, so once you guys grab that, I'm going to play the video. So you're basically going to take that string, the number 3 string, and the little hole that's in between the first knot and the second knot, you're going to put that string in there and then just tie it. Bring it around and just tie it.
So inside the little knot?
Inside the little knot.
Right.
So I'll show you here. So that's my string there. That's my string. This is my first knot, and this is my first knot, this is my second knot. And if you open it, it should have a little opening in between the 2 knots. This is where you're going to put your number 3 string in, and then bring it around and just tie it.
And when you're finished that step, raise your hand or let us know in the comment section.
I have a question, Annie.
Yep.
I don't have a string labeled as number 3. I just
it's not labeled as number 3. It's in the little baggie.
It's in the bag. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. It's the longest one. You're welcome.
Do you mind playing the video one more time, please?
Yes, for sure. I apologize, guys. I don't know why it won't go full screen anymore. It just stopped halfway through.
So we're just going to take our big string and tie it in that little baby hole there and make it a double knot.
Yep. So you should have that there. And if you guys have scissors or anything handy, you can just cut off that excess piece right there of like the string that's hanging.
How's everybody doing?
Are we creating a loop or are we just tying it onto the string?
You're just tying it onto the string. You don't have to do another loop.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as it's attached to that string, that middle string.
Did everyone get like 5 feet of string?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, why do I have so much?
Yes.
It's a kite.
Because you want it to fly. It got to go high.
Annie tested it out and they actually fly. So
yes, and I'll show you guys the video after. I actually posted a small Snapchat video of my kite flying. I was so excited, and I was like, I wanted to make this kite fly because I'm not going to make you guys make a kite and it doesn't fly.
Thanks, Annie. I appreciate that. I can't wait to test out my kite. I'm going to look fabulous in my parking lot with my bright green kite.
Okay, so step 7 now. Now you're gonna get to the tail of the kite. So for this piece, you need your colored paper already pre-cut, or you can use this here that I've included, your a little ribbon if you don't want to use the paper, and it's just for the tail of your kite. And if you guys, at the end of this one, if you're gonna use your ribbon, you can like actually, it tears pretty easily. You can just tear it, but not all the way through, and you just have that little piece there, and it'll like hang like this. So you can use this, or you can use your little paper. But in the video, I'll show you how to do it with the paper. Okay, so I'm gonna play the video. So you're gonna take your paper, and then you're gonna just rip it at the second cut. So rip it there, and then switch it to the other side, and then go ahead and rip the second as well, and then switch it to the other side again, and then you're gonna give it another rip, and then another rip, and then it should hang like that.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna replay it one more time, and then let me guys know when you're done this piece here. Has everyone got that piece?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. All right, let's move on to step 8 now.
Oh.
Okay, so step 8, you're gonna attach your tail to the bottom half. So where you made that little hole in your kite, you're gonna make a hole in your little tail as well. And then this is where you're gonna use your number 2 string. So you're gonna put your string through those 2 holes there, and then just give it a knot. So your number 2 string, and then you're gonna put it in that hole there, and then you're gonna put it in the other hole that you made on your tail, and then just attach them, the string, attach it together. Okay. And now guys, I did include other parts of this that shows you how I decorated the kite, but it looks like we are running out of time. So I don't want you guys to rush, but I will see if we can somehow post these videos to show you guys how to decorate the kite. But
Annie,
that's basically, yeah.
Annie, what we can definitely do is if you have these videos, we can take them and put them on the DAO's Facebook page so that they can access the videos after, as well as see it live here. But that way, if they do need to stop and start, they can do so. So we'll coordinate afterwards to get those videos so we can put it on the social media.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, guys. So you've heard that. You can all refer back to their Facebook page, Alliance Outreach, and everything here will be posted there if you get stuck along the way or you want to make another kite.
Annie, are we going to be finishing the rest of the steps other than the decorating part?
I'm not sure. Amber, do we have enough time to finish the rest, or do we kind of have to wrap it up here?
No, you guys can finish off the kite.
Okay. All right. So are you guys done attaching your tails? Yeah?
Yeah.
All good? Okay. All right. So step 9, step 10 is the decorating piece of it. So for this piece here, I just used the glue that we have, and I used the stick, and I just kind of made my own decoration on the kite that I wanted to do. You guys can go ahead, and if you wanted to decorate it now, you can go ahead and start that. And I included the little glitter bottle as well for you to like make a fun design on your kite. Or you can utilize whatever you have at home if you want to just add your little own personal touch to your kite.
Annie, are these squares of tissue paper that are stapled together for the decoration process?
Yes, that's the next piece I'm going to get into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So if you guys want, you can go ahead and do that, or you can wait. You can do that after. I'm just going to get ahead and show you the other piece here. I'm going to let this play out first. So I just put like the glue on there, and I just put DAO. And at the end there, I just dumped the glue, the glitter on it. You can see it says DAO.
Perfect.
And
I'm sure people want to spend more time decorating their kites afterwards.
And then step 11 here is where I show you how to make your little flower with the tissue paper that was included in your kite bag. So all it is basically taking, you can take 2 at a time and just crunch it up, crunch it like this, like how it shows you in the video. Just crunch it like that, each section.
This is so cute.
And guys, I use tissue paper because when you're making kites, you want to make it as light as possible because it flies better. The heavier your kite, the more it's not going to fly as high.
Awesome.
So just heads up in case you guys want to add any more decorations that you have at home to your kite, just don't make it too heavy.
Perfect.
And that's the little flower there, and you can go ahead and glue it. And the next one I just showed you me gluing it there. And then the last bit we have here is me flying the kite. I'll show you guys
Annie,
that real
we use
quick.
our big stick to put all the string around to kind of like, is that what this is for?
Yes, I am so sorry. Yes, good catch.
You got it.
So this big stick here I included because this is going to be your handle for the kite. So you're just going to go ahead and take that string, the long string obviously, and just tie it around. Okay, so make it a handle. Just going to go ahead and tie your string around there. But before you do that, when you tie it, give it a knot here so it stays to the stick, and then go ahead and add your extra pieces.
Oh, that's so smart.
Okay, so it doesn't fly away, so your string doesn't loosen and you lose your kite, you know, because we work so hard.
We did.
All right, and this is a little video here of me flying the kite if you guys want to see that it worked.
Yes, I want to witness. Oh, it does fly. Look at that.
Yep. And that's it.
So before we go off, should we do that raffle?
Yes. Guys, we have a little gift certificate that we're giving away, and we're going to include everyone here that was a part of our workshop today in that raffle.
I wrote everybody's name and down with a number beside it, and I have it ready here to pull.
Okay.
So everybody was included. Let's see what we got. All right. Good luck, everybody.
So you include their names. Sorry. So how are we gonna draw the raffle?
Yeah, we're gonna draw the raffle. I've been collecting everybody's names who have popped in or joined. Everybody who's come today has been entered into our raffle, and I gave everybody numbers, and I'm about to pull it out of my special little hat right now. So good luck, everybody.
Go ahead.
All right, and we have number 2, which is Shaquila.
Ooh,
is that how I say it?
Yeah, Shaquila.
Congratulations. You are the winner of our raffle. Good job.
Thanks.
Yes, Shaquila. You know what? I work with Shaquila, so Shaquila, I will personally deliver that card to you, okay?
Okay, good. Thanks.
Thanks,
You're
Annie.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really enjoyed this workshop. But Janice, like, great job, guys. I really enjoyed this workshop. I'm glad. Thank you. Glad you liked it. Someone said, congrats, Shaquila. Thanks, guys. Before we end it off, though, I just want to say I also included my email there, and it's also in the chat. And we will post this content again, like I said, on Facebook. So if anyone want to reach out to me or to look at the video again to just go through the kite making and take a pictures of your kite and tag DAO in it, Durham Alliance Outreach, because I want to see your final kite creation.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Does anyone have any? Yeah, thank you guys so much. Sorry?
Does anybody have anything they want to add?
Can you, sorry, honey, I didn't hear you.
Sing.
Yes,
You wanna
can sing.
sing?
That's a good way to end. Go ahead.
Never go far, never go where you start, never go where you are, never go where you start. It's just going for round the world, never going that far away.
Yay!
Oh my
That was
goodness.
so nice. Thank you. That's such a good way to end this. We should have you on every workshop just to sing us the ending song. That was beautiful. Thank
Parker,
you.
you have me tearing up. Actual tears, buddy. I'm so
An
proud of you.
original
How
song.
brave. Oh, so brave of you.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. And I can't wait to see what you guys created. And hopefully you can go outside, fly your kite, send us videos, send us pictures. Thank you guys all.
Thanks,
And
guys.
it's also almost my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Well, happy early birthday. In case I don't get to tell you that.
And tune
Thank
in
you
for
for
next
coming.
week. Next week's workshop is Spirituality with Julia and Haley. So tune in next week, same time.
Yes, guys. Thank you all.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.